I've been somewhere outside myself for a while now. Kept my head down, kept my eyes closed, keeping him close.
We're very happy to be speaking today to Grace Eden. Hello, Grace. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, actually. I'm all right. I'm just getting used to this yellow background. Makes me look a bit...
I love it.
You got to have a background. So, Grace, tell us a bit about yourself, because we put one of your songs, Honey, out in our newsletter when back in January, I think it was. And you know, apart from that, tell us a bit about your music and what you've been creating.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been making music for maybe the last 5-6 years, but recently changed my stage name sort of over the first lockdown. So about 6-7 months ago. Since then, I've been mainly releasing stuff on Bandcamp. My genre is kind of like indie folk, that kind of thing. I write some poetry as well, do some spoken word things. Yeah.
Fantastic. So the stuff I've seen is on your YouTube channel, which if no one's visited it yet, go and have a look. I mean, there's some beautifully kind of mellow cover versions of a lot of well-known songs and also some of your own compositions. So how do you tend to split it between covers and your own material? How often are you writing new stuff?
I mean, I'm writing all the time, really, if you can count like writing one-liners down on your phone notes, that kind of thing. I'm always kind of chipping away at bits and pieces, but when I'm kind of in the flow of things, I kind of try and do like I'll do a cover and then I'll release an original and then I'll, but to be honest, I kind of just release whatever I'm vibing with at the time. I don't really have a strict.
Okay. There's also a video of you doing a session outdoors on, I'm trying to figure out where it was. Where was that? It's out in the...
Oh yeah, it's near my house in Guildford.
Right.
Yeah, like a little nature reserve. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a little bit of lockdown release, getting outdoors and...
Yeah, I up at 5 a.m. for that video. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yeah, because it's such a busy nature reserve and I didn't want anyone to be like walking around, so I got up at 5.
Yeah. And there's also a little vlog on there from you about life of a musician in lockdown. So how has life been for you in lockdown?
To be honest, it's been very different depending on which lockdown we've been in. So the first lockdown, to be honest, was a great time for me. I absolutely loved it. I didn't have any uni on. It was just kind of me. I could do what I wanted. I was doing loads of music, doing lots of reading, lots of personal reflection. And then, after sort of September, I came back to London. I was back at uni. So unfortunately, my life's been a bit taken over by all of that. Yeah.
And have you felt frustrated by the inability to get out and perform?
Yeah, definitely. I miss it so much. Like, obviously every single musician is saying the same thing. Like, I absolutely miss gigging so much. Even things like busking. I miss busking. I miss having people to, chat with, exchange with.
Yeah.
All of that comes along with gigging. I miss it.
That's an interesting point. What's the law on busking? I mean, because obviously you can get on the tube, right? So can you stand in a tube station with a face mask on and sing, or is that currently?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, to be honest. I know after the first lockdown there was different rules in different places. So I was still in Guildford at the time, and in Guildford they banned all busking because they said it promotes crowding and you can't social distance, which is fair enough.
Yeah, never I used to do it.
Yeah. Also, I don't really get crowds anyway, but okay. But yeah, I think in London it's kind of the same, more or less. It's not really going on at the moment.
No, sure. So when lockdown started last year, where had you got to in your musical progression and your journey, and what were your ambitions, and at what point were you interrupted?
So, to be honest, I had a bit of a weird time at the start of last year. That was kind of the time when I was thinking about changing the stage name, changing a lot of the, the kind of branding that I'd created around myself and my music. So to be fair, it kind of came at a good time because it allowed me to kind of step back and go inward and figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. So yeah, the first lockdown gave me a really good opportunity to kind of figure out what I was doing.
So where are you now with it?
From the flame.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
that Phoenix-like emergence is going to happen. What are the plans?
Well, the main plan this year, I definitely want to get some music out on kind of major streaming platforms. So, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, that kind of thing. Definitely want to do that. I still want to continue using things like Bandcamp, YouTube. I think they're both great platforms for, you know, kind of artistic freedom, especially with regards to like production, because I'm not a producer by any means. I didn't really know what I was doing until about 6 months ago. So yeah, just kind of making my own stuff, still kind of exploring new avenues.
And do you ever collaborate with other people? What about sort of getting together with other performers or producers, and, you know, just is that in your mind to expand in that way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sorry if you can hear all the building work. Over the first lockdown, I started putting together like a band. Right. A band to kind of go along with the Grace Eden, you know, performance.
Yeah.
Obviously that's still in the works because we still can't meet up. But yeah, so hopefully getting a band together, getting them working on the stuff that I'm working on at the moment.
Yeah. And how far would you like to take it? I mean, is it an ambition to make a career of this? I mean, I know you're at uni and you're studying, what was the course? English comparative literature. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously you're going to have plenty of options open to you, but where does music fit into all that?
To be honest, this is what I want to do. Like, as soon as I finish uni, the plan is to just, you know, go full force with the music, see how far I can get, you know, make a life out of it somehow.
Good for you. Brilliant. Well, we look forward to that. We look forward to seeing more from you over the course of the year. We'll put the links up to your various platforms with this interview, so people can get on there and see what you're doing. But hope to see you out and about performing, busking and playing on stage and at New Music Night very soon if possible. But thanks very much for talking to us today, Grace.
Yeah, all right, thanks for having me.
But I'm so my own. I'm so